Hi, good morning, Cheanu. Good to see you again.
Hi, Kumaran. Good day. It's always great to see you again.
Amazing. As we were chatting earlier, right? I always have this vibes of wearing these
Yeah.
shirts whenever we tend to talk. But I think that's the vibes that you exude. It's always a fun and a pleasure to talk to you. So, how are you doing at your end, Cheanu?
I'm doing fine in the midst of a chaos in my country, but that's for another day. And I like the contrast in our shirt today. I purposely wear red to clash with you. We need to spice things up.
That's true. That's true. And we had such a great session the last time talking about networking and what you do and your expertise in the area of network marketing as well as branding and creating content. Now, today I would just love to pick your brains on something very interesting, Cheanu. And today is our hashtag Play Wednesdays, where we speak with coaches and mentors and you from the InsurAcademy, our platform as well, to share about connectivity, Cheanu. And
Right.
I'm pretty certain that you're aware that it's so tough for consultants and agency leaders to engage their clients and prospects, to constantly stay in that loop with their clients, to constantly create and generate content with their clients and prospects, and to reach out much more on a much more effective basis. So today I would like to pick your brains and get your views and perspectives on connecting and connectivity with clients and prospects during such time. So please, take it away, Kian.
Right. Now, I think that is definitely a very important topic to look at because not because we need to learn it, it's because we are already being pushed to the midst of it. I'm talking about online visibility, engagement, virtually engaging. And of course, for financial consultants, it's about converting those conversation into leads or sales, right? And of course, there is some rules that not many would be clear about. Okay, let me just share screen if I may, and I think that would easily explain what I'm about to share. So this is a formula that I've been using even pre-COVID. It's a 3-step formula to convert conversations into leads or sales, okay? Or at least you create a new relationship. So, but it's even more prominent since COVID, and because we are very limited in our movement, we are very limited in meeting up with people face to face. So virtually, this works perfectly. Okay, let me try to explain. Now, when you look at this block of ice, I'm categorizing this group of people as our cold list. Now, when I say cold, it has nothing to do with the temperature of our relationship with them. There could be people that you know, there could be people that you work with every day, all right? You could be, your neighbor. You say hi, you chit-chat every day. Now, cold here means they are not willing or ready to listen to your presentation yet, right? They are not ready or not willing yet. Or probably they don't even have an idea that you are doing what you're doing. Right. Because a lot of us on social media, we post like food photo, cats video, and selfies. Not many of our friends know what we are doing from our social media posts. Okay, so they might not have an idea that you are a financial consultant or you can help them with the finances. So now all this I would term it as cold, right? Cold as in the readiness and the willingness is not yet that it's not there yet. So, and then you have the warm, okay, as you can see here, so there's a warm coffee. And warm, these are the people who somewhat know what you're doing, or they have been asking you questions every now and then, like, casual questions, say, hey, how's business, and then you tell them, financial consultant, and whatever you're doing, and then they start asking, hey, if my friends, want to buy insurance, can approach you or not, things like that. So it's very casual. It still doesn't show that they are ready to listen to your presentation yet, but it's somewhat no. So it's in between the cold and hot. And of course, the hot ones, as you can see here with the hot charcoal, the hot ones are those who are willing and ready to learn more from you about what you have to offer. Okay, maybe they have a need, or maybe they know someone who have an urgent need and they want to participate in connecting you with them. So either way, they are ready to listen to what you have to share with them. Now, when you look at this, these three groups happen in all our social media platforms. If you're on Facebook, this could be your Facebook friends. If you're on LinkedIn, this could be your connections. If you're Instagram, this could be your followers. Doesn't matter how you label it, but these are the people who follow your post to see what's up with you. All right. And if your content are mainly the conversion, like the sales, like, hey, I'm hosting a Zoom this weekend. We're going to talk about how to be a self-made millionaire, to come entirely working from home, 5 seats left, click here and join our Zoom meeting. We have guest speaker from the US and we're going to share about, abundance mindset and stuff like that. You see a lot of this kind of posters for Zoom invitation. But next time you see those, I want you to really take a look. I can bet they have less than 10 likes or less than 5 comments. And most of the likes and comments come from their own teammates. Okay. Why? Because those Zoom invitation presentation are considered conversion material. They're throwing conversion material onto cold ice when those cold leads are watching the feed and they don't get what is it about. Right. So they either scroll it away or they will just hide you or unfriend you. If that happens, they won't be able to see any of your content. Okay. So looking at this, you have different strategy for different lists. Now for the cold list, which makes up about 90% of people viewing our content, visibility is your strategy. Okay. When I talk about visibility is you got to always put up good content. You got to always put up engaging content. You got to put up informative content, educational content. All right. Talk to them about the danger of being a bankruptcy. Talk to them about, if you are struggling with credit card debt, this is what you need to do. Give them tips, give them value, share testimonies on how you help your client get financial independent just by doing these 3 tips, things like that. People want to learn all this bite-sized content, right? Put it up there and people will start following you because you're giving so much value. That's visibility. Now, a part of them will be curious enough to ask you to say, hey, I really like your content. What is it about? I want to know more. Or this is what I call, you can use lead magnet in your visibility post, okay, to lead them on to download a free ebook that you have compiled, 15 tips on how you manage your finances. You know best, right? That you are an expert in that. So create something of value that they want to download, okay? So they want to come to you and get it. So that's where engagement comes in. Right. So when you have a conversation with them, that happens in the DM, in the phone call, in the Zoom, in the WhatsApp text, keeping in touch. All right. Finding out more about their needs and where are they at and how can you customize your solution for them. That is engagement. Okay. And from that engagement, it will lead on to them saying that, okay, now I really want to know how can I do this? And then you can bring them to the Zoom presentation, send them materials, send them video presentation, whatever not, that is your conversion tool. So you see, it's a step-by-step process. Now, how soon can this happen? From V to E to C, it can be 2 weeks, it can be 2 days. It really depends on how responsive is the other person. But follow this and you will never be appearing as if you are spamming every day.
That's right.
Right? So that's one of the key things that I teach my students in my content creation workshop.
Well, that's lovely, Cheanu. Thank you so much for that. Now, I've got a couple of questions that, as usual, I always throw them at you. Now, when we look at the visibility phase, right, that's all about content creation. Yeah. And as financial advisors, as well as agency leaders, I don't think there is a shortage of content when it comes to an organic viewpoint of it. I mean, we have faced experiences with clients who have gone through maturity claims, as well as critical illness claims or death claims, right? Now, how much of this organic content or personal experiences should be out there? And how much of it should be statistics or information which is generic? What's your call on that?
That's a very good question. First of all, you have to, as a content creator, you have to understand who you are writing your content for. You have your own niche. Okay, so you take 2 financial consultants, A and B. A could be serving the stay-home mom and work from home parents market. Okay, B financial consultant might be targeting the corporate managerial level.
Right.
Okay? So you have to determine who are your ideal customer's avatar. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
And when you write a post, you are writing for them so that the right avatar come by and see your post. They will stop by and reach out and say, I want to know more about what you are posting. Okay. So that's the first thing I do in my workshop.
Right.
To really get them to understand who they are writing for and why.
Well, that's great. So we are talking about identifying your client demographics, the market you're going to work with, and then craft these posts and content which are specific to these group of individuals.
Correct.
Right? Now, linked to that, we have seen a lot of consultants also post content and articles about themselves. And about themselves, about their success, or what they do. Now, how does one then differentiate if there are going to be thousands of consultants who do that? How does a consultant or an agency leader, for example, in terms of recruitment, right? As what we spoke about earlier, we are hiring. Everyone is hiring, yes. But what makes you so different that you're going to get your right target audience to take a look, peek into getting into a warm conversion lead before a hot conversion lead, or even the ability for them to say, follow or like your post? What would that trick?
That's a really interesting question. Now that takes a lot of creativity to set yourself apart, because we are all selling the same stuff and probably within the same company as well, carrying the same brand. But why me? Why you? Why are we different? Okay, so that is another strategy that I teach in my workshop. It's called story selling. Okay, so you're combining storytelling and selling. So basically, you're selling you're highlighting your personality, your branding, and why should they work with you. Okay, so see, once you have your following of people who are more engaged with your content rather than the other person's content, so those are your natural leads. Okay, could be your customers, could be your new recruits who really want to work with you because they like you, they can relate to you. And again, there's no shortage of it. Everybody relates to everyone differently. Okay, so there's no competition to that. So again, it's about really finding out not just your niche and your target audience, but to find out who I am, like who you are, the core of you, because like for some people, they are like really taking it slow and easy, the lifestyle kind, of financial consultant. They might not recruit those like really hard selling, going all out kind of downlines.
That's right.
Right. And it's okay because that's just how things is. Right. So first of all, we gotta identify how do we vibe and who do we want to attract to vibe along. Right. So once that is clear, and once the ICA is clear, and you know who you're writing for, the rest becomes joyful, right?
I agree with you. That's so beautifully said, the tribe that we want to ride with is the way it is. Now, one last final question for this session. I know I'm putting so many, but one important thing, when we look at the value, say a consultant, a bunch of consultants, or agency leader, a group of agency leaders get into building content, outsourcing it, then rolling it out on the different media channels, social media channels that it is, they always look at analyzing the metrics, right? What was my result at the end of the day, my investment, and then what does it lead to? And I often see a lot of people going into the numbers game. The more people I reach, the better it is for me, as opposed to, should I go for the quality people and from there work with them and create relevant posts, relevant solutions also, and go through the genuine point of connect with them. So what can you possibly share to these people who are looking at analyzing every single metric? Like, if I spend $1, I should achieve X amount in returns, versus going through a process of enjoying the content that you're going to post out and looking at it organically generating value and referrals and connections for you.
Yeah, right. There is always an ongoing debate between these two, right? Because each has its pro and con. Personally, I would prefer the organic way, although it might be slower than putting out ads, but definitely it's cheaper, than putting out ads. Like, again, there's always pros and cons. It really depends on your own marketing strategy. But if you choose the organic way, where, I prefer, it's not just a marketing strategy. It's actually, in the long run, it's a personal branding strategy as well.
That's right.
Because with ads and all, it's very hard for you to do networking. Okay, it's all touch and go, right? So if you are working on a budget, I would say you go with the organic. Use what we are about to learn here. Build your tribe, build your following, build your name, build your authority.
Right.
That those who are following you can vouch for you, for the new followers who are doubting you, and then you have created, I wouldn't say a fan base, but more like a following, your own tribe.
Right.
Okay? Then when you do ads, I think the credibility is there.
Right.
Because when you put ads, those people they don't know you, right? And they might search, who are you?
Right.
When they click on the ad, and there's no search result coming out, you appear to be very fishy, although you are genuine, right? So that's what the social media is about.
There is a loose end that has to be tied up in order for us to continue that entire pattern that comes into play.
Yes.
I get you very closely on this. And I've also, in this process of listening to you, I've also thought that when building a following, I feel that it's also great to have a smaller number. For example, an agency leader or a financial consultant could say that I want 50 solid connections of followers that could be my centers of influence, could be my potential clients, could be also people who are going to carry my story forward as an ambassador. Right? I think that would be an easier way to measure the metrics towards that, right? I've got 50 solid people who are going to be my arms and legs and ears and eyes. And through these people, you could grow your following more and more by then being your advocates towards what you do for a living or what you actually amplify out to your audience as well. Yep. So I get that message. I hope that our audience here on our Play Wednesday get that too. And I'm really looking forward, Cheanu, for our session in September. That's going to be a pretty fun one, and we're going to roll it out to all our FCs and ALs. It's going to be a full day program. It's a half day program, 4 hours, and it's going to really resonate with a lot of people that I can see.
Yeah.
And seriously,
I'm going to share 7 strategies of unlimited content creation. It's you're going to have ideas flowing, and you always have this idea of what to post next.
Lovely. I'm looking forward to those aha moments, Cheanu. And the next round, I'll also maintain the decorum of wearing a floral shirt so that we are in the holiday vibes as well.
All right.
Okay, thanks, Cheanu. Also looking forward to speaking to you soon, yeah?
Thanks for having me, Kumaran.
Cheers.